episode of Nerd in Texoma. Sure you can tell by the jacket that I'm wearing today what the theme of this edition of the 12 Days of Trekmas will be. And to that, I just have to say, Kapla! Of course, today I'm going to be taking a look at the Klingon ships that I have in my collection for the Hallmark Ornament series. Again, these are very nicely detailed. Excuse me. Awesome little ships. I mean, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. There is nothing on any of these ships to indicate any specific holiday or any specific usage of them or anything like that. So, I mean, you can find these at thrift stores, antique malls, stuff like that. eBay, Mercari, whatever your favorite little online shopping app is, anything like that. Some are a lot more expensive than others. Like there's some Comic-Con editions that are quite pricey. For the standard editions, I mean, you can get yourself a whole fleet for relatively inexpensive. I've seen some of the ones that originally sold for like $25. I've seen them in antique malls and thrift stores for about 10 to 15 each, which is really not bad considering the level of detail on these ships. So, without further ado, today I'm going to start off with the classic D7 Klingon battlecruiser. Now, this ornament came out in '09, so of course my box is a little battle damaged, has seen some better days, a little dented and all that. It is what it is. But here is the actual ship. Now, my complaint with this one, granted, I know the design is very lightweight overall, but this ornament seems very, very lightweight. It seems to me like it would be quite fragile, so if you have this one, if you're looking for this one, please be careful with it, because it's, like I say, very lightweight. Of course, as normal with any of these D7s, you've got that really thin neck, but you've got a nicely painted Klingon symbol on the bottom there. That's actually the battery cover. This particular one, there's that little button there that would activate the lights, which I believe are just going to be your impulse engines, your thrusters back here, and I believe your torpedo tube right at the front. Oh, and there's that one right there by the ornament hanger pole thing. I mean, it is very nicely detailed. I would like to see a little bit more lights on this, like possibly on the engines here. I didn't design it. I just collect it. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. You've got all that molded detail there, like a D7 should have. Top and bottom. It's nicely painted. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a Klingon symbol there, and there is the Klingon registry for the vessel over there. Again, it's hard to see on here because it's so small, but like each of those individual panels, I got to keep my big fingers out of the way so maybe you can see, but like each of those panels is painted or not painted as they should be. You know, they're to be contrasting. It's really hard to see, but really, really nicely detailed. I don't know if you can see up in this area, but there's a bunch of detail going on there with the mold. You've got the detail on the neck of the ship, around the torpedo tube, on the bridge area. I mean, it's everywhere. This, in my opinion, is possibly one of the best detailed of the ornament series that I have seen. Very beautiful ship. For our next ship, we're going to go to the Klingon Bird of Prey. Now again, like I said, all these ships are not in scale with each other, so some are larger, some are smaller than they actually should be. Since this one's fairly large, I think the Covort class was the bigger one than the Burrell class. I might have that wrong. Whichever way, we'll just call this the bigger version, the upscaled version of the Bird of Prey. This particular ornament came out in '94, back when they had the gold box. Woo! Now this one, at one point in the past, I actually did have set up like what I'm hoping to get set up again in the future, where I have some of the holiday lights, Christmas lights, whatever you want to call them, that had the plug end, and I had this hung up and plugged in at my apartment. But you can see that is the good old Bird of Prey there. Give it a little spin so you can see all the sides. Again, this is a very nicely detailed ship. You can see all of the panel lining and like feathers, I guess you would call, on the wings. On the command module there, the bridge area, the disruptors. On the back here by the thrusters, you see it says 1994. Again, this is one of the older ones, so it's got the power cord, and instead of like the newer ones just have a battery and battery compartment. You can see the nice detailing there. Whoop. On the underside of the ship, on the wings, how it's nicely painted, all colored in, all the panel lining. This one also has lights. That neck area would glow. That little beacon there would light up. The torpedo tube would light up, and the back thruster there would light up. Again, very nicely detailed, very nicely painted. You've got your little Klingon registry going on there on the wing. And again, on that wing right there by the disruptor. Paint job, I think, is excellent on this thing. And you can see it hangs pretty decently. I mean, that power cord does make it kind of droop down in the tail end a little bit, but you can just say it's taking off from some planet. You know, it's in the pre-flight launch, you know, maybe taking off from San Francisco with some whales on it, so the whales are kind of weighting it down in the back. But it's a very, very nice ship again. Very good representation of a Klingon bird of prey. This one does feel a little heavier than the D7. I'm not sure if that's just size related or if they change the plastics and the materials used in these, if it has something to do with the extra weight of the power cord. I'm not sure. Either way, I mean, these are two very nice, very detailed Klingon ships that you can pick up in that Hallmark holiday ornament line. Decorate your home, decorate your office, you know, whatever you want to do with them. I like them. I'm a ship nerd. I've said it probably a million times in this video series. That's why I collect them. Well, I hope y'all have enjoyed looking at some more of these ships with me, and I will see y'all in the next video. I'm kind of doing these a little out of order, or I'm recording them and uploading them in different days, so it's not like back to back all of this, or, you know, 3 days of this and then so on and so forth. I'm trying to break it up, split it up, and keep it interesting for y'all. Alright, I'll see y'all on the next time. Bye.